The motion is to regulate the content on TikTok and other social media platforms. Because TikTok is one social media platform, Honorable Speaker, but there are many social media platforms. Honorable Speaker, also to point out to what the Speaker alluded to, that indeed part of what we seek to address, and I must thank Bob Ndolo. Is it Ndolo? KJ? Bob Ndolo, who was a petitioner in this matter, because they are very spirited Kenyan and one who values our nation and its young people. Because even for him to garner the courage to petition the House to put measures to regulate these social media platforms, including TikTok, is because I believe I don't know him, but I want to believe he's a parent. And any parent in Kenya, any person who cares about the children of Kenya, any person who is either a religious leader or believes in religion and God, knows that there is indeed a lot of perversion out there, most of which is being spread on these social media platforms. Again, Honorable Speaker, many countries around the world, and we have always given the case example of Australia, where they have even regulated on age limit access to some of these social media platforms, including WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, and this TikTok, Honorable Speaker. In this information age, misinformation, disinformation is now a daily thing. And you know, Honorable Speaker, very few people are able to distinguish what is real and what is fake, especially the AI-generated images and stuff that is AI-generated. And a lot of things are being spread on TikTok that are AI-generated. And I was rather amused the other day, Honorable Speaker, when my auntie, who is about 89 or 88, was showing me a video, and she was very keen with her thick lenses of specs, telling me, you see the way this plane has crashed, and it did not kill anybody. So when I just looked at it, I told her, auntie, this is AI. No, lakini ndege inaanguka na unaona ikianguka. And Honorable Speaker, that is the age we are in. And many people around the world are not able to distinguish what is real, what is unreal. And that is the danger with social media platforms that are not regulated. Because young, vulnerable children of Kenya will not be able to tell what is true, what is untrue. What is immoral, what is not. Because they imagine that the things they are watching on those platforms are things that other people are doing and they want to copy. And they think those who are doing those things are their heroes. Indeed, Honorable Speaker, look at the young Kenyans who are following the young man who was here the other day from the US. I Show Speed. How many of you knew who I Show Speed is? Because I must confess, I never knew who he is. I never knew until he was in Kenya. But my daughters, including my 8-year-old daughter, knew who I Show Speed is from these social media platforms, Honorable Speaker. It tells you, thank God that such a person who's being followed is not engaging in immorality or other pervasive things. Thank God. But what if they were following someone who is showing, what if that Russian who was in Nairobi and around the other day was doing those things and recording the women he was recording and sharing them on platforms that our children, our young school girls, and in fact, you know, we only came to know it because he shared it on his Telegram, was it Instagram or Telegram page? Instagram. Honorable Speaker, if you can add me 2 minutes. That is the danger, Honorable Speaker, that we are confronted with. And if we don't regulate these social media platforms, because those out there now who are misinforming Kenyans that the National Assembly wants to ban TikTok. We are not banning TikTok. But we want to institute measures, and that is why we are saying this is a motion, this is not a law. And let me tell those out there who do not know, motions are not laws. And up and until the ministry comes up with a bill or regulations that will be gazetted, that state how these social media platforms will be regulated, there is nothing that will change. But we are urging, and if you look at the resolutions of the committee, is that within 4 months upon adoption of this report, mechanisms for enhancement of age verification on social media platforms, localization of Kenyan user data to be retained within the country. Because, Honorable Speaker, data protection today, data is a gold mine. The most valuable thing in the world today, or valuable asset that anyone holds today, is data. And we must protect our data that is being mined using these social media platforms, including TikTok. Honorable Speaker, you may have noticed, if today you are watching a video on use of private jets, these phones are able to profile you, and tomorrow you will keep seeing very many videos showing you various forms of jets. Or even if you are looking for a car online, it will keep sending you reels showing the kind of car you are looking for. Therefore, it is data, your data that has been mined. How do you protect yourself and your children from that, Honorable Speaker? That is what we are dealing with. And Honorable Speaker, people are earning from your data. And all of us. Therefore, we must protect. The other thing we are saying is to ensure that 4 months upon adoption of this report on digital literacy programs to create awareness on data privacy, processing and storage, and community guidelines by social media platforms, including TikTok, Honorable Speaker. Therefore, let it be clear, we have no intention to ban TikTok, but we have every intention, and we have a moral obligation and national duty that we owe to ourselves, to our children, and even to God, who has bestowed us with the ability to raise children, to protect them, Honorable Speaker. We have that national duty to regulate the content that is on all social media platforms, including TikTok, Honorable Speaker. Because if we don't do that, we will have failed our nation, we will have failed our children, and we will raise up a nation that has no morals, that has no ethics. And if we want to raise a nation that is moving towards a first world nation, if the first world nations are regulating the content on their social media platforms, why not us who are aspiring to get to the first world? We must follow suit, we must regulate, Honorable Speaker. And I want to beg to support this motion and thank the committee for the immense work they put in. Thank Mr. Bob Ndolo, who petitioned the House. Indeed, his petition was a call for action because we are a bit late. Many other countries have done it, and we must do. We must also regulate on the age limits that are in this report, Honorable Speaker. It is not fair that our 8-year-olds, our 4-year-olds are able to view everything that they can view on their social media platforms, Honorable Speaker. We must protect our children, and I want to urge everybody in the country to support this endeavor to regulate the content on TikTok and other social media platforms without banning it. And I insist, TikTok and other social media platforms are not being banned. They will never be banned in this country. But we must protect the country and our children. Thank you.
Madam Gladys Sholei. What's your point of order, Honorable Nzengu? What's out of order?
Honorable Speaker, I stand on standing order number 97, noting that this debate started yesterday and members